The Mountain Bike World Cup is brought to you by Eurosport in association with Grundig.
Welcome then to the Grundig Downhill Super Cup, the last of the rounds in this year, the 1992 series. Well, there we have some of the action which will be ahead of us in this programme. This one, the final, coming from Bourboule in France. The riders have been contesting so far a series of 6 races. There have been 2 in Canada and 4 of them in Europe. Next year is going to be an actual downhill world championship that will be under the UCI rules, and there's going to be 6 races, in fact 3 in Europe and 3 in Canada. But we're looking at the Grundig series this time on this course at Bourboule, and as you can see by the weather conditions, it's pretty bad out there, and that is the course. Coming down 440 metres, a 4-kilometre long drop that it is, and the track's become very deep and muddy due to the overnight rain, and in fact it is still coming down now as the riders are going to come down the first of their descents. And Sophie Kemp, the first on our programme here, on her way down through the murky conditions over a very, very difficult course indeed. If you watch the skill of these lady riders on the course, you'll just realise how tough it's going to be for not only these competitors now, but the later riders too, because a course like this will cut up considerably as they head on down through the rest of the programme, because following the women competitors we'll have the men. There are 2 descents in all. We're picking up now the first of the descents of the lady riders, and the best time in either descents will be the one that counts for the final. That 12:37.33 then for Sophie Kemp, 11th in the World Championship this year, 3rd in the European Downhill. I don't think she liked that at all, and just look at the state of her legs, her body, and underneath that helmet, a rather mud-packed face indeed. Natalie Fiat next to go then, number 408, 6th in Mont Saint-Anne in the Grundig series so far this year, 3rd in Il Ciaccio in Italy, 12th in the Worlds, and not only that did she ride the Worlds cross country as well, where she finished 8th, and only 9th in the European. So a lot. Oh! There. That just shows you how slippy this course can be, and of course those are wooden logs laid across there, making a step for the people going up the mountain, and wood and rain and mud are certainly not conditions under which you get any grip at all. Just look at that. Well, I know that ladies like to put mud packs on their face, their complexions, but I don't think any of them are enjoying this at all. So our sympathies go out to the lady competitors. It's a bit like the race we had in New York when the rain overnight put 4 inches on the course and made it absolutely terrible for all competitors. And our sympathies lie with these girls trying to get down this difficult course indeed. The final jump. Natalie Fiat coming on in to finish then. And that 12:59.27 is going to keep her out of the top half dozen place, I would have thought. So the best 2 places, by the way, plus the final, will be the ones to count. I say she had a 6th and a 3rd so far, and I think she's outside the top half dozen. But this is a girl to watch. Regina Stiefel, the husband of Peter Stiefel, who's riding in the men's event. She's already won at Lillehammer, by the way. She was first at Capron, so coming into this one here, oh, she's in trouble. She decided to run down, I think, not taking the chance of falling off on the descent. So she had 2 firsts so far. All she wants now is a good finish here to put her into the top position overall. So Regina Stiefel still on her way down, taking a very careful line on this one. One thing about it, she's keeping her jersey nice and clean, so Mr. Scott will be pleased about that one. And here we go, let's see what sort of time she's done. Best to beat so far, 12:37 from Sophie Kemp. And 11:55.12, that is a cracking time so far, so that puts her into the lead at the moment. And she's exhausted too. I think that looks says it all, doesn't it? What a difficult course for these girls. So that's the one to beat then, 11.55. Let's see what Cindy Devine can do next coming down. The Canadian girl already had a first at Blackham, fourth in Mont Saint-Anne. She only got a fifth in Italy, and the Merck, look at it. Those are conditions. It reminds me of when Stephen Roche won the stage in the Tour de France at La Bourboule in July this year. You see those sort of clouds coming down, a great high mountain, they're up at altitude here, and you can get these low clouds, and look at this, she's bouncing down there. You can see it off the saddle, and does that comfortably. So we had complete contrast so far. One of them's come off, one of them's run down it, and now here we got Cindy Devine looking quite good. Got a bronze medal in the World Championship this year in the downhill section, and also was third in the European cross country. So she's quite an all-rounder, this girl. And choosing to do the old speedway trick of putting your foot out on the bends, and I don't blame her either around that tree root. That's a nasty one just there. Hidden tree roots are half the problem. You can walk, of course. They've all been down, had a good look at this one. And in fact, as she comes through there, she's just managed to get past one of the later riders as well. That is Sybil Schoenfuchs, and she's caught her actually on the line. Her time then 12.20, and that will keep her, in fact, puts her up there probably in the top half dozen at the moment. Next to go then, number 402 on her way down. This is Susie Buchweiser, fourth in the World Championship this year. Splashing through the mud. As the hippo said, mud, mud, glorious mud. Nothing quite like it for cooling the blood, but I think the young ladies here are not going to like this at all. Using one of those evolution frames with the chainstays missing and the down tube going straight in toward the seat tube and a triangulated bit below. Front forks as well suspended. Not back suspension on this bike. Gentle touch on the brakes. Brakes, in fact, aren't much good on these particular conditions. So here she comes in, second in Capra and fourth in Lillehammer. And as she goes down now then, also first in Il-Chachok. So she's, in fact, in with a good chance. The European champion coming across the line now. What's she done? 12.27. So that is certainly putting up in the top section of the race so far. Just a bit slower than Regina Stiefel, who's got 11.55, 12.12. So Giovanni Bonanzi coming down, the world champion from 1991. She's out of it now. She didn't manage to maintain her crown in the World Championships in Canada. Having a quick look down. In fact, she finished in 5th place in the Worlds this year. Nicely down those steps. Choosing to use one of those full-face helmets, so if she falls off, it'll stop her chin and the lower part of her face getting gunged in the mud. So Giovanni Bonanzi looking good at the moment. And you see, this isn't all downhill. We've got a lovely shot of her pedalling through the woods there at that particular point. First in Mont Saint-Anne, second in Il-Chachio, and third at Blackham. So she's got a very good chance of winning this overall series if she does a good ride today here, with a first and a second to her score. And of course, it's going to be the final round which will decide if we get a tie on points. And the crowd appreciating a fine performance here, ex-world champion. And so the best time to beat so far, 11.55 from Regina Stiefel. And here she comes into the finishing straight, smiling there, or is she grimacing with pain? I don't know, but what's the time? 11.37.14, that's it. That's the best time we've had so far. And that leaderboard behind is going to change, and Giovanni Bonanzi is going right on top of the leaderboard. Ex-world champion, and I think she's quite pleased with that one, but in the background, some of us are not quite so pleased, believe you me. No, look at that. So Regina Stiefel, who had been heading the leaderboard now, looks back at that board and recognises that 11.55.2 is not going to be enough. And that's it.
The sound that you need, it's the vision of life.
Bonanzi then, leading from Stiefel, Buchweiser, Kemp in second place. And that is the overall ranking at the end of the series in the Grundig Downhill Super Cup.
Never stay. Time is
Hi, I'm Jim Courier, and when I watch tennis, it's on Eurosport.
Tennis, the ATP Tour on Eurosport.